Hi everyone, I'm here to talk with you about a few things related to essay number 2, which I keep saying really isn't an essay, but is more of a practice with academic sources, on how we use sources. And right now we're working on summary and paraphrase, and in a couple of weeks we'll start looking at quotations. So I think this page that I want to be showing you, I'm showing you right now an example works cited entry, but my frame for my recording is on a different screen in my office, so give me a second to bring this up. So I want you to take a look at, for homework for next week, a handout that I just added to D2L that I'm going to show you also in just a second. The handouts page, I get to it by going to course materials and then content, and then I'm on the handouts page here, and you'll notice that I've been keeping track of our handout from What is Good Writing and all the things we've looked at in class. Today we looked at an example academic summary, and so I have that file open, but it's there and I want to show it to you. So give me a second, I have to slide it into the screen as well. So the things I want to talk to you about are, really about your paraphrase and the works cited page. The entry for the book source. I have the book right in front of me where all of our readings came from. Even if you can find those readings online, they came from a textbook that I've used here at Front Range before. So check it out. This is how you're going to turn your essay in next week. Remember, you're going to bring a printout, but you'll have your academic summary at the top, your paraphrase at the bottom. If your academic summary takes up a full page, that's great. Then put your paraphrase on the top of page 2. But notice my works cited currently is at the top of page 2. So what I haven't said to you in class yet about works cited pages is that they should be separate pages. So when you get your graded memoir back, or if you have it back already, a few people have it back already, you want your works cited for your epigraph and the memoir to be its own page. And the first video on works cited pages, you can watch that one to review how to do a website source. Today we're doing a book source. And so the essays came from this textbook. I used the textbook to identify all the information I needed. And so this is how you're going to write your works cited entry after you add your paraphrase. So notice my paraphrase for paragraph 10 is right here. My paragraph for paragraph 10, my paragraph 10 in no, I don't want to pet your dog was only one sentence. So my paraphrase is one sentence. It's the same size as the size of the paragraph that I'm paraphrasing. You're all paraphrasing paragraph 10 in your original sources, in your primary sources. So you'll have 2 or 3 sentences there, and then you'll do the works cited page because it's the same source for the summary and for the paraphrase. Notice that my summary has a different in-text citation than my paraphrase does because my paraphrase comes from a specific page in my book source. And my summary is the whole essay, as we talked about in class. So my works cited entry looks like this. Author. In MLA, it's always last name, comma, first name. You're going to put your author's name there. Pretty much you're going to copy this whole works cited entry with the exception of changing the author, changing the title of the essay, and changing the page numbers. Second element is the essay title, which looks the same way as it does in the title of your assignment. It looks the same way as when you type it into your thesis of your summary. So it goes inside double quotation marks with a period on the inside. The rest of this is the book. The container is the book. The new MLA talks about containers where the information is held. So we have the textbook title in italics. We have 13th edition. I got that from the front of the textbook. Edited by Lori G. Kirshner and Stephen R. Mandel, front of the textbook. So I was pulling a lot of information from the front of the actual textbook. Then I went to the title page and got Bedford, comma, 2015, 2015, came from the copyright page, comma, then PP stands for pages, and then you put 224-227. Or the same as you did in your in-text citation for the academic summary, it has to show the starting page hyphen the ending page. So that's your works cited entry for a paper source. And it gives some different information because paper sources usually have page numbers where web sources usually don't. There's usually some editing information in a paper source or in a book source. So that's how it will look, and that's how you do your works cited entry. And if you have any questions at all about, sorry, my camera just got a little blurry there, about anything related to your summary or your paraphrase or any of the MLA documentation we talked about today. Remember, documentation means in-text citations and works cited pages, which should be separate pages. So make sure you please add those to your summary and your paraphrase, those documentation requirements, and then print out your final draft and bring it to class on Saturday. Your final academic summary and your paraphrase are due on Saturday, the 2nd of October. I can't wait to see you in class next week. Have a great week, y'all.